Imagine your mind as a TV with a broken remote, constantly searching for something engaging but never quite finding it, flipping through channels you never picked, a chaotic stream of thoughts and distractions. For millions, that's daily life with ADHD. It's a constant battle against a racing mind. It's the voice that says, "I took medication as a kid. It seemed to help then. Everyone said I'd outgrow it, so I stopped in college thinking I was cured. Why is everything so hard now? Why can't I focus like everyone else?" It's the frustration of a student thinking, "I hate math. It's so boring. My mind wanders constantly. I know I'm bad at it, even if my teacher disagrees. I just can't seem to grasp the concepts." These aren't excuses. They're the real, lived experiences, the daily struggles, of people whose brains are wired differently. It's a neurological condition, not a character flaw. Completing a simple task can feel like being in a crowded room, an overwhelming sensory overload, where everyone's shouting at once, pulling your attention in a million different directions. You hear echoes of past failures. "I can't remember my homework. I always lose things. It's a never-ending cycle. I hate feeling different, but I am." It's a constant source of anxiety and self-doubt. This sense of being different is isolating, creating a barrier between you and the world, especially when others seem to manage life with ease, effortlessly navigating tasks and responsibilities. The struggle extends into adulthood, impacting careers, relationships, and overall well-being. Work seems so easy for everyone else. What's wrong with me? Am I just not good enough? ADHD is more than a stereotype. It's not just about hyperactivity or lack of focus in children. It's a condition of contrasts, a complex interplay of strengths and challenges, creativity and disorganization, a brilliant mind struggling to maintain order, empathy and impulsivity, a deep understanding of others coupled with rash actions, a powerful engine without reliable brakes, immense potential hampered by lack of control. Understanding these inner experiences is the first step towards empathy and acceptance, to breaking stigma and building real support, creating a world where neurodiversity is celebrated, not stigmatized. ADHD, or attention deficit/hyperactivity disorder, is a neurodevelopmental condition, a difference in how the brain grows and works, meaning the brain develops and functions differently, particularly affecting areas responsible for crucial cognitive processes. This is especially evident in areas that manage attention, making it harder to stay focused on tasks. It also impacts planning, the ability to organize thoughts and actions, and impulse control, which governs our ability to think before acting. Think of executive functions as the CEO of your brain, the part that manages all the other processes. For people with ADHD, this CEO is creative, often brimming with innovative ideas and unique perspectives. However, this CEO is also easily distracted and overwhelmed by the sheer volume of information and stimuli. ADHD isn't about lacking focus. It's not that people with ADHD can't focus at all. Instead, it's about regulating it, about having difficulty controlling where and how long attention is directed. People can hyperfocus on what interests them, diving deep into subjects that capture their attention. But they often struggle with tasks that are boring or repetitive, finding it hard to maintain focus on less stimulating activities. That's why a child might play video games for hours, completely absorbed in the virtual world, but then struggle and can't finish a 10-minute worksheet because it lacks the same level of engagement. ADHD affects people across their lifespan from childhood through adulthood. Symptoms change. The way ADHD manifests itself evolves as people age. For example, childhood hyperactivity may become less physically obvious. Instead, it can manifest as adult restlessness or talkativeness, a constant need to be doing something. Inattention that led to lost homework, a common childhood struggle, can become missed deadlines or financial struggles, creating significant challenges in adult life. ADHD is real and treatable. It's a recognized medical condition with effective interventions. It's not a character flaw or a result of bad parenting. It's a neurological difference, with a proper diagnosis which involves a thorough assessment by a qualified professional. People can access strategies and support tailored to their specific needs and challenges that make a real difference, improving their quality of life and overall well-being. Diagnosis isn't a limit. It doesn't define a person's potential or capabilities. Instead, it's a key to understanding and thriving, unlocking access to tools and resources that enable individuals to live fulfilling lives. ADHD isn't one size fits all. There are three main types: predominantly inattentive, the daydreamer; quiet, easily overlooked, struggling to focus and keep track of things; Their challenges are often mistaken for shyness or lack of intelligence, but it's a constant battle to stay present. Predominantly hyperactive impulsive, the classic stereotype. Always in motion, blurting out answers, interrupting, not out of rudeness, but because impulse control is hard. Combined type, the most common. Both inattentive and hyperactive impulsive symptoms. Restless mind and body, disorganization, forgetfulness, and impulsivity. Diagnosis requires persistent symptoms in multiple settings that interfere with daily life. These types aren't rigid boxes. Symptoms can shift over time. Understanding the differences helps parents, teachers, and friends respond with empathy, not judgment. The child who isn't listening isn't defiant. They're struggling with inattention. The friend who interrupts isn't rude. They're battling impulsivity. Shifting from judgment to empathy is the foundation of real support. ADHD isn't just a childhood disorder, a phase that kids simply outgrow. It's a condition that extends far beyond the classroom walls. You outgrow. The reality is much more nuanced. The symptoms may change, morphing and adapting as we age, but the neurological differences persist, remaining a fundamental aspect of how the brain functions. For most, ADHD is lifelong, a continuous journey with its own unique set of challenges and triumphs. The challenges evolve, from classroom struggles like difficulty focusing and completing assignments, to workplace demands where organization and time management become crucial, relationships, requiring understanding and patience from both sides, and managing a household, which can feel overwhelming with daily tasks and responsibilities. The myth of outgrowing ADHD can be harmful, leading to self-doubt and frustration when symptoms continue into adulthood, leading adults to stop treatment or ignore their struggles, believing they should be able to manage on their own. As teens, the need for independence, while navigating increasing responsibilities, makes executive dysfunction even harder. Planning, organizing, and prioritizing become significant hurdles. Juggling classes, jobs, and social lives can feel impossible, creating immense pressure and stress. Impulsivity may shift from blurting out answers, a common childhood manifestation, to riskier behaviors such as reckless driving or substance abuse. In adulthood, unstructured college life or career demands with less direct supervision can make ADHD challenges more obvious, leading to increased stress and potential burnout. Brilliant ideas, but trouble following through, resulting in frustration and a sense of underachievement. In relationships, forgetfulness or inattention, common ADHD symptoms, can be mistaken for not caring, leading to misunderstandings and conflict. Recognizing ADHD as lifelong allows adults to seek help, finally understanding the root of their struggles, validates their struggles, providing a sense of relief and understanding, and reframes the narrative from personal failure, a common feeling among undiagnosed adults, to neurological difference, a biological explanation that reduces self-blame. Acknowledging this opens the door to strategies, tailored to individual needs and life stages, that help people thrive at every stage, empowering them to live fulfilling and successful lives. Meet Leo. From a young age, he was a whirlwind of energy and ideas, bright in class discussions, but assignments went missing and projects were abandoned. Teachers and coaches saw potential but were baffled by his inconsistency. At home, reminders to do chores were lost to Lego creations and forgotten tasks, creating tension and frustration. After a tough parent-teacher conference, Leo's family sought help from a specialist. The diagnosis combined type ADHD. Leo's brain wasn't lazy or defiant, it was wired differently. For Leo and his family, the diagnosis brought relief and understanding. His struggles weren't moral failings, but symptoms of a recognized condition. The chaos finally made sense, and with understanding came hope. The diagnosis was the first step toward learning to manage challenges and embrace his unique mind. For Leo, clarity replaced confusion, and a new path forward began. ADHD ripples through every part of life: school, activities, friendships, and self-worth. In school, sitting still, organizing, and following instructions can be daily battles. Not from lack of intelligence, but because the system clashes with the ADHD brain. On the field or in clubs, energy can be an asset, but missed instructions or forgotten gear can be misread as lack of commitment. The most painful impact is often social. Impulsivity can hurt feelings, inattention can make friends feel ignored. These missteps can lead to rejection and isolation, even though connection is deeply craved. Over time, repeated struggles can erode self-esteem, making people feel fundamentally flawed. This is why early diagnosis and support are so important. to change the narrative and help people see their strengths. With understanding and help, the cycle of failure can be broken. An ADHD diagnosis isn't the end. It's the start of a hopeful journey. ADHD is highly treatable, with effective interventions for all ages. For young children, behavior therapy helps create structure and routines, empowering adults to provide the support kids need. For older kids and adults, treatment often combines medication, therapy, and skills training. Medications help balance brain chemistry, improving focus and impulse control, like glasses for the brain. Skills training teaches practical strategies, time management, organization, breaking tasks into steps. Therapy helps address the emotional impact, challenging years of negative self-talk. With the right support, people with ADHD can thrive, working with their unique wiring, not against it. If you or someone you know struggles with these symptoms, seek professional help. ADHD doesn't define you or limit your potential. With understanding and support, success is possible in school, work, and life.